Complex systems are not monoliths, they are not block entities. The individual components of a complex system do not dissolve into the complex system. Those water molecules are still H2Os. They're still water molecules.
You still have a boundary, right? It still has a boundary.
You still have an integrity as an individual. Somebody once said to me, think of a painting before you put a frame on it. You know, somehow a frame gives it a property that it wouldn't have had. A poet who wants to write a sonnet or a haiku has chosen to constrain himself or herself to the rules of the sonnet. They've got to be 14 lines long. They've got to rhyme in this or the other. The haiku has to be so many. But in a sense, by doing that, you become a poet. By voluntarily becoming a member of an organization, we acquire other capacities. We acquire properties we wouldn't have had otherwise. You should get Bob Ardugiani on to talk about the difference in the Iliad before and after the war, because his argument is Achilles goes into the Trojan War as a warrior. And the old term notion of a warrior was pretty much a freelance operator. So it takes him that experience before he becomes a soldier. A soldier is a member of a higher level of organization. And freelance independent warriors can't get much done. I am part of the history of philosophy. Whether I disagree with a lot of things that they've said in the last few years, nonetheless, I carry that history with me in the same way that those molecules of water in the Menard shell carry their history with them. And so I can modify the process such that the organization as a whole can evolve. So those are emergent affordances. An individual, be it a person or an individual water molecule, can't do on its own. And I think we forget that. We're so interested in emphasizing our individuality that we forget that individual doesn't mean isolated. Even in ethics, most people say a hermit in the middle of nowhere, there are no moral values that apply to that person. Even the notion of values, of moral values, emerge and make us different from animals in virtue of the fact that we have those uniquely human, independent constraints that make us who we are.